Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Mpbl, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Mpbl, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. sumasaya Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama in 5, 4.
Mula sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao at sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo, kami po ay nagpapasalamat sa inyong panonood ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. And today we are coming to you live from the Cuneta Astrodome in Pasay City to feature JV Marcelino, coming off of scoring 11 points in their previous outing. He will take on Paul Desiderio, who's once again suiting up for Mindoro, but he did struggle in their previous game, only 3 out of 15 shooting from the field versus Sarangani. Can he bounce back against the Zamboanga Master Sardines? That is the test for not only Paul, but the rest of Mindoro today. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Mike Perez and Andrea Envicio. Now, Coach Mike, Zamboanga is off to a good start here in the 6th season of the Mpbl. What makes them deadly for you?
I think it's defense. I mean, with some of the coaches that we got to talk to, I got to talk to Coach Aldrin Morante, and he says it really was the defense that spelled that win for Zamboanga when they went up against Valenzuela.
Okay, so let's see if that triangle offense of Mindoro can actually be effective against the defense of Zamboanga. Let's talk about the previous game of Mindoro against Sarangani. That was a game wherein Sarangani caught fire in terms of shooting.
That's right. And in that win, actually malakas yung start ng Mindoro in that game. They went 4-0 to start, but really trailed most of the rest of the way, down by 23 points. Well, the good thing is they dominated the offensive rebounds with Jordan Rios, Lester Reyes, and Kent Ariar really leading that department. Led it to a lot of second chance points, mostly on made free throws, but the big help was really from the bench. 36 of the 50 coming from Baigan, Rios, and Kint. But the struggle continues for some of their players, especially in the three-point region.
We saw 23 combined three-pointers made in that game. I saw the video in Valenzuela. Mainit ba nung araw na yun?
Yeah, medyo mainit doon.
So nag-init din ang players natin from downtown. There you have it. Let's see if Mindoro can actually have better three-point shooting compared to Zamboanga in this game. That definitely can be a key for them. But now let's talk about the team that Coach J.R. Kawaling has his sights on for today, the Zamboanga Master Sardines. You talked about their defense, and there's one guy leading the way for them. Later on, we'll break down their stats even more, but let's go back to their previous game, Zamboanga. Did you cover that game as well?
No, I did not.
You did not, but I'm sure you watched it, Coach Mike. So can you give us more thoughts about their previous outing?
Well, a lot of efficiencies when it comes to field goal percentage, but a lot of defensive clinic as well. You know, it depends pa rin nagdala para dito sa Zamboanga. 18 steals and 5 blocks, and led by as much as 28 points, dominating the offensive rebound, leading the second chance points, and the Twins, like you said, really led the way, JC and JV, for Zamboanga in that game.
It's a 15-point separation. Of course, you'll take that if you're a Zamboanga fan compared to that overtime escape that they had versus Val City in our 6th season opener. Napakaba talaga ang maraming tao doon. And there you see some hot shooting, even by John Mahari, who's a known defender for them.
Yeah, but if you look at the stats right now, 53% from the field, and look at that three-point percentage makes 28%. Yung bench points in the paint, 58 versus that of 24 in favor of Zamboanga. Really a lot of dominant stat lines in favor of Zamboanga in that game.
And there you see a defensive ace himself, Coach Louis Alas. I'm sure he's happy with your feedback, with how his team has performed in the season so far. And when we talk about Zamboanga, we always have to talk about JC Marcelino.
Oh yeah, definitely. JC Marcelino really has been leading the way para dito sa Zamboanga in that game. Had 31 points. More importantly, 9 out of 10 from the perimeter, shooting 90%, when 3 out of 7 from the 3 points in only 24 minutes of action. So, ganun kalaki yung naging impact ni JC alongside for sa Zamboanga.
Imagine that, 2.5 quarters, and this is what you do.
Yep.
31, 4, 3, and 8 steals. 12 out of 17 from the field. Highly efficient once more. So for the millionth time here in the Mpbl, JC Marcelino will be interviewed by one of our courtside reporters. And today it is Andrea Endicio. Andrea, go ahead.
That is right, Migs. JC, ang ganda ng simula ng season na ito para sa'yo. Back-to-back best player agad. Ano ba ang goal ng isang JC Marcelino para sa Zamboanga this season?
Yung pinaka-goal ko siguro yung mag-champion national. Hindi lang yung bracket namin, kundi national. Ayun yung pinaka goal.
And also, JC, ikaw din ang leading scorer ng team ninyo ngayon. Pati sa rebounds at steals, nangunguna ka rin. Ano ba yung sineset mong example para sa iyong team?
Ayun, every game lang, every practice, binibigay ko yung best ko para tapos china-challenge ko yung sarili ko para para makuha ko tong numbers na to. Hindi ko naman to gusto kunin pero pag binibigay ko yung best ko, yun, parang bonus na siya para sa akin.
Very well said from our 2022 season MVP. Now I'm turning you over to our arena announcer, Richard Dampos, to start off this ballgame.
We are live on the Mpbl FB page, YouTube channel, MPTV Signal Channel 98, MPTV Satellite Channel 53, and on Filipinas Live app, it's Mindoro versus Zamboanga. This is the 2024 Buenas Manny Pacquiao's Mpbl Season 6, presented by Extreme. Here are the starters. First, the Mindoro Tamaraws. By our forward number 6, Lester Reyes. Also at forward number 11, Ralph Olivares. Guard number 18, Paul Desiderio. One guard number 24, Andoy Estrella. And at center number 25, Ken Bono. Mindoro Tamaraws is led by J.R. Kawaling. His assistants are Jens Nutel and Ricky Alcantara. Team manager Rafael Martinez. Team owner is Paula Oriental Mindoro. Honorable Mayor Jennifer Ina Alegre Cruz. Now starting for Zamboanga, Master Sardines. At forward number 99, John Mahari. Playing center number 17, Mark Omega. At forward number 16, Adi Santos. Point guard number 5, Renzo Subido. Two guard number 11, JC Marcelino. Zamboanga Master Sardines head coach is Louis Alas. His assistants are Ronje Enrile, Francis Punla, Cesar Paulhen, and Mark Orias. Team representative Antoinette Roque, head of basketball operations.
Starting 5 of the game is brought to you by Buenas. So it's the usual names, the same names for Mindoro, Estrella, Desiderio, Bono, Olivares, and Reyes. But there are 2 changes on the other end for Zamboanga in Omega and Subido coming in to join JC Marcelino and Adi Santos. Also, John Mahari. I actually want to highlight the 2 other mainstays in the starting lineup of Zamboanga. That's John Mahari and Adi Santos. This is a testament to them always having a job, not only in Zamboanga, but in that starting unit of Zamboanga, because they have truly mastered their roles.
Yeah, and it's very important that you do that. Lalo na, you have stars in your team, and so it's really being just superstars in your roles that bring you this much exposure for your team.
And of course, they join the other usual starter, the absolute superstar of Zamboanga and JC Marcelino, as Omega misses. This guy's coming from Parañaque. So he's getting the start over Joseph Gabayni. There's Paul Desiderio. 2 years off of 5-on-5 basketball, but we are glad to have him here in the MPBL.
And the bigs of Mindoro are going to be tested here, especially as they try to cover these bigs. Medyo mobile yung mga bigs ng Zamboanga. So Ken Bono and Lester Reyes will have to be very active on their feet.
Lester Reyes is a proven champion here in the MPBL. He's actually reunited with Jordan Rios. And one more guy from the San Juan Knights. We'll identify that later on. Si Art Patrick Aquino. As now we have Mindoro on their offensive set. Reyes, 5 on the shot clock. One-hander, that's good.
Good shot by Reyes there over Adi Santos. But nararamdaman mo kagad yung presence ng depensa nitong Zamboanga right on the grill. Really challenging every ball with the guy with the ball.
But we did see that post move from Lester Reyes. How important is the guy having a post game in the triangle offense?
I think that's very important because that's the prime focal point of the offense altogether. Just like how Shaq was very dominant, kaya yung guards before like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant had to learn how to play the post because that really is the center of the offense.
There you go. Forward pass, JC, supposedly to Mark Omega, but that's tapped away by Lester Reyes.
Pero doon kita mo talaga, grabe ang length na kino-cover nitong si Omega as you play the entire floor. And so you have to be in there trying to cover him up.
Well, he was the main man in the interior last year for Coach Mike Sagigit. After all, he did play for Perpetual alongside Jello Razon. Backdoor cut, JC, that's what he's known for. No foul, good honest defense by Ken Bono.
A good drop coverage there for Ken Bono. Expecting that drive by JC.
Here's Bono. Face up against Omega. There's the pressure. Now it's Desiderio. Post game for him. He does have that double team. No basket. Ball recovered by JC and he's pushed. Lester Reyes called for the foul.
Now, defense is about active feet and active hands. Right there, kita mo, very active yung kamay nitong mga players ng Zamboanga. Getting deflections and trying to secure that ball to swing that ball over the offensive side. So you get rewarded if you're very active defensively.
Over 2 minutes gone by. It's 2-all so far. Adi Santos against Lester Reyes. Marcelino slipped for a while. Here's the recovery. He's left wide open, and that's too easy.
Started it off with a little flex action, eventually ending up with a side ball screen on JC Marcelino, and that guy, left or right, can finish, definitely.
Nice double team. Renzo Subido is doing a wonderful job this season playing defense for Zamboanga. Unfortunately, he was caught there by a referee. That's a foul.
Pero nakikita mo yung mga defensive principles ni Coach Louie. I mean, you
yes.
turn at the back, they're gonna double you immediately. The very first time that you turn, you're gonna get that second guy coming in doubling you from behind.
I'm actually quite happy for Renzo Subido. He's back in his college form in terms of conditioning. So, syempre, kasama ng conditioning na yan, yung kanyang mindset in playing defense. We all know how pressure is in the college ranks.
That's right, and he was very vital in that game, coming off the bench, scoring 13 points, leading all the bench scorer for that in that last match.
That was against Picol.
Yeah.
We did see a three-pointer from Paul Desiderio, and now here's Adi Santos.
Well, that's something that Paul really gotta get going right now. At least for the past 2 games, he's been struggling from 3, and hopefully this starts something for him.
One thing's for sure, he will keep on shooting. That's Paul Desiderio, Mr. Atinto, as this three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. I hope everybody remembers the fact that when the UP program started rising, this was their start.
Right.
Before the Juan Gomez de Liaños of the world, the Richie Riveros, the Kobe Paras, the Carl Tamayos, it was Paul Desiderio.
That's right. And, you know, daming mga followers ni Paul right there. And, you know, who would forget that Atenito game?
You know what? I won't be surprised if at some point in their Mpbl careers, Paul Desiderio and June Manzo will play together once again.
And that was a tandem too at the backcourt for UP.
There's a pull. That will be Renzo Subido's second foul. And that's why JV Marcelino is now up, ready to sub in for Renzo. By the way, as much as people remember, or as much as people should remember that Atinto era for Paul Desiderio, Renzo Subido was such a heartbreaker for the UP fans. He was the one who shot that three-pointer over Bright Akweti in the Final Four that got UST to the finals.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe at halftime, I'll try to ask Paul Desiderio about that. There's a foul. It's John Mahari called for it. Now, Zamboanga is known for the defense. With that, are you expecting a lot of fouls from them this season?
Yeah, most probably, because
Okay.
they're part of playing defense is you know, a lot of fouls that's committed. I mean, some coaches would say if you don't commit enough fouls, maybe you're not defending. You know, yung mga ganong klaseng usapan pa from the coaches. But really, you're more prone to fouls, especially if you play very close, sticky defense.
I remember that narrative back in the Davao versus San Juan rivalry in seasons 2 to 3 of the Mpbl. You'll take it because you are winning even though you're fouling a lot. As now, off of the stop, Zamboanga has possession. JC Marcelino, screen by Omega. Daylight again. Nice cut by Adi Santos and he's fouled.
Yeah, and love the concepts on the middle ball, on the side ball screen right there by Coach Louis. I mean, you get the weak side wing to cut as that middle drive comes in. And, you know, just adds up to the threat offensively. JC and another cutter, you know, pick your poison.
Ang ganda na rin talaga ng amuyan ni na Adi Santos and JC Marcelino. They've been doing this for 3 years already. They reached the finals. Last year, they were ousted in the second round by the Bacoor City Strikers, who eventually won the South Division. Oh, 2 free throws missed. Good offensive rebound by Mark Omega. 5-all. Almost 4 minutes gone by. JC against Olivares. Switch. JC escapes.
Wow.
Dinaanan lang si Ken Bono.
Tsaka yung understanding ni Omega na, you know, JC's gonna drive this way, I have to curl under and go to separate at the opposite post.
Ooh, a traveling violation. There's the defense by the Twins.
Yeah, and remember, 18 turnovers from the last game. Itong Zamboanga. As 18 steals, rather, from the last game.
Now, this play of the game is brought to you by Buenas JC. That's a strong side. Only needed to shift 1 gear up to escape the defense of Ken Bono.
Tsaka napakaraming paraan niya mag-score that side of the floor.
Now it's Adi Santos by the elbow. Omega, pinapalabas si JV. 6 on the shot clock. Marcelino will fire. That's good.
2 flex actions, both scoring, coming from the 3 Twins, 1 each. Ganun ka-potent yung offensive set ni Coach Louis. We're not even talking about the defense.
Yeah, pili ka na lang ng side.
Yeah.
JV almost got a steal. Now there's the help from JC. Andoy passes. Ken Bono at the corner. Short, rebound JV. Zamboanga on the run. Omega ahead of the pack. He knew that he had the foot speed, but he misses.
Lost a little bit of footing as he tried to go for that finish. Medyo nag-slip konti. One thing that Zamboanga is doing really good is they're trying to keep Ken Bono out of that post, trying to push him away. But this time, one of the few times, at least in this game, that he got it from there.
Desiderio misses on his catch and fire 3. So we're back with the Master Sardines. Under 5 minutes. Nice pass. JV, second 3. That's short. Rebound for Mindoro. 2-on-1. Desiderio working with Andoy. Estrella is fouled.
2 versus 2 out in the open. Paul had the defense, tried to make him commit, but Andoy was on the other end. You know, just got to give it up to the other guy.
We have a couple of subs. Taytay Teodoro and Jordan Rios will check in. Taytay is a mainstay of Mindoro, while Rios is a returning player. He was a champion back in Season 2 with San Juan. And now here's Decoy Lopez checking in as well. A usual lucky charm, by the way, because Lopez joined Zamboanga. They reached the finals. Then he joined Bacoor. They also reached the finals. So will Mindoro reach the finals this season? Let's see, as Andoy Estrella just made its first gimme. There's Ken Bono taking a sip. By the way, Andoy seemed to have lost a lot of weight.
Oh, yeah.
That's good for him. Good to have him back. Press break. It's Decoy with the steal. 2-on-1. Alley-oop. Nice pass. That's Estrella to Rios.
Yeah, pretty formidable guard rotation here then. Rios, Andoy, Estrella, and Taytay Teodoro. It matters how they use these 3 right now.
Is this a 2-3?
Yep.
JC, JV, 7 on the shot clock. JV Marcelino misses. That was a tough shot. And here's the counter. A chance to tie or get the lead. Here's Tete for the lead. Three-pointer, short. Rebound Mahari. Here comes JV Marcelino. Up top to Ray Publico. To the left, JC Marcelino. Two-man game, 10 on the shot clock. Publico popping, three-pointer, off to the left. A lot of holding there. That's a foul on John Mahari.
Yeah, sanay na sanay si Jordan Rios to locate those rebounds. Again, we talked about it earlier in the first game. Matter of closing out rebounds.
Now this fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. Alley-oop between two former San Juan Knights, but they weren't able to reach each other there. Nauna si Jordan Rios. He left by the third season. Doon naman pumasok si Andoy Estrella. Now Rios is at the stripe.
Rios actually in that win against Sanangan, if I recall correctly. Or was it Bicol? Really was the one who played a huge part, aside from those.
They won versus Bicol.
Yeah, won versus Bicol. Aside from those closer of three-pointers by Tete Chidoro, he was really the one that kept them in that game.
We did talk about that in the previous outing. Nice steal, and it's a breakaway layup for Jordan Rios. A guy with his role is practically a necessity in a winning team.
Correct. At saka, you know, he just takes the minutes that's given him. He's not complaining. He's doing his role.
Apolonio, kick out. JC, JV, 7 on the clock. JC at the corner. In and out. Rebound, supposedly by Gabaini. There's the recovery for Zamboanga. That's Jason Apolonio. In and out. Another rebound. Publico is blocked. One more. Gabaini barging his way through, and he hit Rios in the face. That's a foul.
But you have to admire the compete as they battle for that board. It's not easy to be going up against Gabaini underneath, especially without Ken Bono inside to help box out the rebounders.
I'm just glad that Jordan Rios is okay. He's not bleeding at all. Let's see what happened. Ayun, siko yun.
Oh yeah, diretso nga, no?
Kung may braces yan,
Talaga?
may sugat na yan. Have you ever had braces, Coach Mike?
No.
It's really painful. Even the slightest touch. So, again, we're happy that Jordan Rios is okay. Now, Joseph Terso has checked in for Zamboanga. This is a big-time addition as well for them. A champion with Davao Occidental. Good defense by JV. Up top. That's Ariar now working with Teodoro. Ariar will shoot and miss. Rios almost got the board. Recovery for Mindoro, and that's a miss by Caspe. And now it's Apolonio. They pass ahead. JV on the run. Nice feed. Publico will score.
Yeah, good feed right there. And every time you see one of the twins driving middle, you really have to be cognizant of where they are because they can score from that point.
Nice press by Zamboanga. They got the steal. JV onto Terso. Three-pointer. Too strong. Man, this game is fast.
Yeah, fast-paced.
Well, Zamboanga has been pressing. You did mention their 18 steals in their previous game. It's brought about by their full-court defense.
Yeah. Zamboanga has really good guards then. You have Terso, yan yung twins, yan si Renzo.
Then they have a tall front line.
Yeah.
Apolonio is really tall as a 3.
And lengthy players that can cover really good space defensively.
First free throw converted by Ariar. So that's Skint Ariar, who is averaging 7.5 points, 7 boards, and 4 dimes so far in his short campaign in the Mpbl. 14-12, Mindoro with the lead, and they have their own version of a trap. Nice pass inside.
Good
Gabaini
seal.
with a seal, and he's fouled.
Yeah, good seal by Gabaini. Gabaini really waited for that ball to get swung on the other side of the floor before he sealed off.
You can really see the size advantage.
Yeah.
Both height and heft for Joseph Gabaini. Under 2 minutes in the opening frame. Gabaini bumping his way through, and he's called for a walk.
Right.
Nauna yung Bungo.
natawa rin si Decoy.
Yan, si Decoy sanay na yan sa ganyang klaseng banggaan. Hindi lang din sila nagkaabot ni Joseph Gabayni sa Zamboanga. Gabayni was a mid-season addition last year. Teodoro attacks. Kick out, corner fake, and the shot missed by Caspe. Now we go to the other end. 80 seconds remain in the first. Apolonio, daylight, short, rebound Gabayni. He lost the ball.
That's 3 times already he's missed from that area.
Back with Caspe. Ooh, there was a push. Huling-huli si Decoy Lopez.
As he was trying to create a screen for his teammates in the open floor.
That's actually a nice idea, but you have to be subtle about it. And there's Coach J.R. Kawaling. Aren't you happy to see him transition?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, any player who transitions either from one tournament to another or one role to another is always really good. But right now, hindi mo nakikita yung triangle offense nila.
Actually,
you don't see it because of the defense put up by Zamboanga.
They hardly execute.
Right. Every time that ball's on the wing, immediately crowded na kagad. And that wing is really where everything starts to trigger in terms of triangle action. So they're trying to keep it that way and pressuring from that side.
Or is it because once they cross the ball to their half court, they already see openings and go straight to attacking?
Yeah, could be one too. But hindi rin nila ma-form yung offense. They couldn't form it because of the defense. Because everybody's just, at least one person away from the guy that they're defending.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that there's a triangle offense that could be transition from a full court press.
Yes.
Full court press break.
Yes, there is.
But then again, bago pa lang tong team ng Mindoro. Even Ken Bono told me they need a lot more time to transition into that offense, which takes a lot of IQ, by the way, and reads. As Gabayni scores inside.
And once again, the size of Gabayni, being able to seal and offering a target hand for them to pass.
Oh, nice steal by Terzo. And then he scores. How about the stress by Zamboanga? They're up by 2. Risky pass. Cross court.
Nice.
And a stop. Apolonio on the run. Jason now stepping on the brakes. It's a 7-second differential. JV drives. There's the cutter. Apolonio. Basket and 1.
Exact same action that we saw earlier with Adi Santos. This time it's Apolonio finishing with that wing cut. Yeah, right there. Going middle ball screen and that drive by Apolonio, recognizing that's a trigger to move.
That's the first 2 points of Jason Apolonio as a master sardine. Or as a Zamboanga player. Hindi naman siya sardinas. Just missing on the free throw line. Apolonio actually was in street clothes in their opener. And he wasn't in the roster in their previous game as well. 18-14.
Good steal.
Oh, steal! 3 seconds. Terzo will beat the buzzer. What an ending for Zamboanga here in the first frame.
Yeah, really fast-paced action to close out the quarter. You love teams that do that. And Zamboanga's not going to shy away from those defensive opportunities converted into offense.
It's 20-14 after 1. And we'll have to take a look at the steals story. Zamboanga picking it up by the end of the first frame. So it's 4 steals for them in this matchup. See some highlights. A lot of running in the first 10 minutes, Coach Mike.
Yeah, at some point in the first quarter, mas efficient nga sa field goals ang Mindoro, but it's only because Zamboanga's taken more shot attempts.
This end of the first quarter, the score is brought to you by GameX, 20-14.
Sa third game, where you can win a brand new Suzuki Avis motorcycle. Mamaya na sa halftime ng ating third game. Suzuki
You are still watching the Mpbl. Despite winning their first 2 games, sabi ni Coach Louie Elas, marami pa rin daw talagang kailangan i-improve. He talked about upping their transition defense and rebounding. Since basketball is a possession game, sabi niya talaga daw lahat ng possession dapat pinaglalaban. At yan nga raw ang attitude ng isang tunay na basketball player. But did you know that Coach Louie Elas actually has a criteria for him to say that a player is a real basketball player? 1, you can play defense. 2, you can play offense. And number 3, you actually have the wits to read the game. Well, for a high caliber coach like him, if 1 is out of the equation, then you definitely need a lot to work on. Back to you guys.
Mataas ang standard ni Coach Louie Alas. Kailangan two-way player ka at kailangan matalino ka.
No wonder keepers,
Oh yeah.
one of the really top basketball players in the country right now.
He also has another son playing for Zamboanga in the season, as you get to see the first quarter field goal story.
Yeah, that was a +9 attempts there for Zamboanga. Kaya I was saying kanina, medyo mas mataas yung percentage at some point in the first quarter yung kay Mindoro over Zamboanga.
Gabaini just scored inside. Now he has 4 in this game, but the pressure continues.
And from the way it looks, mukhang si Gabaini nagiging point of attack nila underneath. If that matchup with Decoy Lopez persists.
Oh, what a block by JV. And then somebody's called for a foul on the second try. Was it JV? Yes, it was. That's what happened.
Yeah, look at that one. Really timed it well. Medyo tight rin ng konti yung space na yon. Really, that curl underneath, just enough for that block shot.
That was a good show by Caspe, as now Desiderio and Bono return for Mindoro. The homegrown JJ Caspe is at the stripe. Still couldn't get his first point in this game. He does have 2 boards and 1 dime already in 5 minutes of play.
And if you're a homegrown like Caspe, you cherish this moment, to be able to play against the top teams and the top players in the Mpbl and to test yourself kung hanggang saan ka.
0 out of 2.
Right?
Just unfortunate. Apolonio misses, got his own board. Reverse, yes.
Yan naman bigat kay Apolonio. Can take that shot, follow his attempt, and even claim rebounds.
Once upon a time, he was the star of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns before the emergence of Archie Concepcion and the arrival of Balti Baltazar. 9 on the shot clock. It's Andres Paul Desiderio who misfires. Rebound Gabaini. 24-14. Joseph Terzo trying to build on this run. JV. 10 on the shot clock. There's the point of attack. The focal point, as you mentioned. Gabaini was fouled. But isn't he a capable first option, Coach Mike?
Joseph Gabaini? Oh, yeah. But kanina lang medyo nahirapan siya dahil matibay rin si Ken Bono dun sa low block.
Ayun ang banggaan.
Yan ang banggaan talaga. Unlike kanina kay Decoy, medyo left side, may advantage siya eh.
I remember last year, by the end of the preliminaries, Joseph Gabaini just turned on the Jets when JC would struggle offensively. He would score inside the tons, even in their big games.
Yeah, this was in the playoffs,
Nagsimula ng preliminaries, nagtuloy ng playoffs.
Not the playoffs, right.
And now Mark Omega will return for Joseph Gabaini.
But much as we talk about, the really good starters and the really good defense of Zamboanga, one stat line that's medyo, I guess, a cause of concern, not really that much, would be the bench points para dito sa Zamboanga. They're getting outscored 31-33 in that game against Valenzuela and 43 versus 64 in that last win against Bicol. And so, how far can they develop the players from the bench? So we'll see as the season goes.
Is this Mindoro or Zamboanga?
Zamboanga.
Zamboanga. Oh, Zamboanga now has a +9 on bench scoring. So that's a good sign for you.
Okay.
Estrella up ahead to Art Aquino. Aquino escapes and scores.
Look at how quickly they get from one side of the floor to the other. Just the ball that's really just pinging all the way.
Desiderio will now slow things down alongside Andoy Estrella. You can see the players breathing heavily.
Yeah.
Ken Bono backing down. Take him to school.
Yeah. One of the very few times you saw them get into that post and do the triangle action, but him going up against Omega na very familiar din sa triangle offense, having played
Right.
with
Coach Mike.
Perpetual, their coach Mike Sagigit. It's still a taunt to be taking on Ken Bono.
Ken Bono at the stripe. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. I did ask him, how are you getting back in shape for 5-on-5? At sabi niya, actually, I want to give credit to my friends, yung mga kababahay ko, dahil sila yung mga kasama niya na nag-pick up games lang. So it allows him to get into better shape. So kung sino man sila, shoutout ko sa inyo. At salamat sa serbisyo ninyo para kay Ken Bono. San 5, that's a shot. Short. Battle inside. And it's off of Mark Omega as JC Marcelino returns.
And the 3 continues to be a struggle for both teams. 1 out of 10 for Zamboanga and 1 out of 8 for Mindoro.
This lucky fan of the game is brought to you by Buenas. Art Aquino, the former champion, the former Rizal player, able to convert. Kanina pa yung fans na yan sa first game natin. Big shout out to them for their presence inside the Cuneta Astrodome.
Just speaking of defense, kita mo yung kumpiyansa ni Coach Louie sa mga piyesa niya sa lobby. Yun na, the backcourt, single coverage lang, not unless mag-i-spin. That's the only time you see a double. But for the most part, it's really one-on-one.
Well, he demands the best from his players. Andrea did give us a criteria of high standards from Coach Louie. And one of that is to be able to play good defense. Nice pass. Couple of fakes and Tancinco scores.
A little miscommunication right there on that inbounds from the back between Paul and Lester. Lester was being pointed by Paul to go to that open spot but didn't. So that ball got stolen.
It's now a 9-point lead. The biggest was 10 so far. Paul Desiderio working with Bono. Look at that pressure. Pick and pop, short.
And they run the other way.
John Mahari onto JC, top of the key fake against Aquino. Two-man game. Marcelino going left. As per usual. Kick out. Ignacio, the Kobe Bryant of Zamboanga, turning around and feeding. Omega to Mahari. 5 on the clock. Nice pass. But that slipped off of the hands of Mark Omega.
Sumobra libre ng gigil.
Ready na siyang mag-dunk. Bago yun, turnover. There's Coach Louie, not too happy with it.
They're not too happy with the ending, but he has to be happy with the ball and the man movement right there. Really the defense coming in late, but like any offense, he has to end up with the basket.
We're back with Mindoro. Paul Desiderio. Tough matchup against Mahari. He got hit. Makulit talaga si John Mahari. That's how he is.
Yeah. They were trying to get into that corner action with a triangle, trying to get a keep and a get with Ken Bono.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Sideline inbound. Andoy Estrella. Nice help by JC, almost a steal. Bono, pass inside. Aquino in trouble. Aquino, no foul. Rebound Omega. And here's JC surveying the court behind the back. That's a foul by Andoy.
Tsaka makita mo mabilis yung baba ng Zamboanga, but they're not rushing. You know? There's a huge difference right there. So staying in control, like when we saw the game of Iloilo, that was pure speed. I don't know if you saw that game.
Versus
Batangas.
Oh, that was a nice game in Batangas.
Yeah. Especially with Mark Nonoy.
Oh, yun ang mabilis.
Mabilis sobra.
Ooh, that's a hard fall for Jason Apolonio. Let's hope that he will be okay. But it doesn't seem to be the worst as of this moment. You just have to give him time.
Yeah. Parang nag-ricochet ng konti yung katawan niya as he was trying to get into that open side of the floor.
Here it is, Coach Mike.
Yeah, there, that hack on the arm as he was airborne.
Yung likod.
Yeah.
do you call that region? The lower back.
I just call that lower lumbar because I have that
Lower
injury.
lumbar. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Sakit, no?
Especially as you age gracefully, you know.
Okay. Parang iba naman yung sitwasyon
Oh,
ni
yeah.
Jason Apolonio. Huwag na natin
Malayo naman
pag-usapan
yun.
yung age ni Coach Mike Perez. So Jason is good. He's at the stripe. Good to have him with Zamboanga. He did score his first points as a member of this team earlier in this game. First free throw is short.
He's got 4 so far in this game.
Did you see him try to move his wrist after that miss?
Not so
sure.
much.
I'm not sure if he also landed on that. Could it be bothering him? Mukhang hindi na. 27-17. Andoy Estrella, defended by JC Marcelino. That's never a good sight.
Yeah.
Andoy able to bring it down.
There you go. That's the back pick.
Ken Bono, another screen. Now he's sealing. 7 on the shot clock. Bono turns around. Nice cut. Reyes is fouled.
Well, Ken Bono really just did enough to keep that defense occupied against his move, allowing Lester Reyes to dive from the other side.
You know, that kind of gave me a flashback of Pau Gasol,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Right.
With the Lakers?
Right. Spin baseline and invite that other defense to come in.
Lester Reyes converts on his first gimme. There's Coach Louie unfazed.
And you like that when they run that triangle, they also look at the opposite side, no? The weak side action, just like how Lester got that ball. And you're not just confined to the one side of the floor.
27-19. 4 points so far for Lester Reyes. Press break executed perfectly by Zamboanga. Here's Tancinco. Given a lot of space for 2 shooters. Short. That's Apolonio. And then Tancinco, again with a lot of space, misses. And now it's a steal. Andoy Estrella surveying the floor. There's that transition D, 4-on-4. Make it 5-on-5 now. Reyes trying to screen. He's pushed by Apolonio. No foul called.
Even on screens, they're trying to make it difficult. That time around, too close for comfort.
Now that won't count. As per Jojo Belnas, the 3-pointer by Paul Desiderio, there was a foul called on the escape. Let's see what happened.
Yeah, one thing's for sure, they really are trying to push away any screener, especially with scorers right there at the top. Even sa middle ball screen, makikita mo, naka-hard head sila. They want to prevent penetrations inside. So you have to hard hedge that.
Reyes is back at the stripe. He's converting on his free throws.
Actually, si Lester Reyes, nung pangalawa doon na tumawag. Nung una, binunggo na rin siya. Diba? It was on the second bump that they did that call.
That's a guy who's so used to physicality in the Mpbl. We do have that reputation. It has come from Coach Louie Gonzalez. It has come from the players already that this is a very physical league.
Yeah.
The referees do let you go at it.
Right. And so you have to be ready always, and you have to have that in your bag to sustain yung mga bungguan na yun.
Right. Ignacio for 3. Yes, sir.
That really is the easiest shot to take. A catch and shoot within your range.
And that is his absolute range.
Right.
30-21. Andoy Estrella. Desiderio being denied. Now it's Rodel Vaigan, the OG Mindoro player. Nice feed to Reyes.
And now that you mentioned it, si Rodel Vaigan, one of the key players as well that performed in that last game. 15 points, 4 of 7 from 3.
Wow.
So they sure could use his 3-pointers tonight.
Yeah, it's one of the best jump shots that we have seen in the Mpbl. Sometimes he characterizes it as a super jump shot.
Yeah.
Lester Reyes up top. Andoy Estrella. They go to Ken Bono against Adi Santos. Back to Paul. Desiderio for 3. That's good. Mindoro's not going away. They're down by 4, 30-26. And there's Mr. Atito delivering. Now it's 6 points in this game in 11 minutes of play. He also has 2 boards and a dime. We'll be back.
Tournament ball. Suzuki, the official motorcycle partner of the FBPN and KX.
This 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Paul Desiderio, whether or not he has a hand on his face, it's no problem. He's been doing it since his college days in big-time fashion for the UP Fighting Maroons.
And si Ken Bono on that side of the floor recognized that there is going to be that flash on the other wing, and he's gonna hit that.
There's Ken Bono. Nice shot, Direk Freddy. Ang bilis ng reaction ng pro team natin mula kay Coach Mike. 30-26, 3 minutes and change. By the way, the muscle man for Zamboanga is in. And there's another muscle man in Joseph Gabaini scoring inside. I was talking about number 8 for their squad. And his name is Ray Joey Barcuma, who now gets the steal. Up ahead to JC Marcelino.
It's just a bundle of energy too. I mean, nakita mo pagkatira niya. Tumalon rin siya, you know?
Look at him play defense.
Right.
Look at him chase Paigan.
Right.
Desiderio escapes. Pass up. Back to Paul. Man, this should be really tiring.
Lalo na if you have Barcuma inside, you know, covering you, chasing you all over the place. You know, some of the things that Coach Louis' defense really doing is, you know, turning it into midnight. See that steal right there. Beautiful play.
We didn't see it on the replay, but Barcuma was jumping alongside Marcelino.
Yeah.
And now Joey Barcuma just got the charge from Andoy Estrella.
Ang mabigat dito kay Barcuma, he brings a lot of energy and he brings a lot of speed. Paano siya maglaro?
Oh, yeah.
Ang bilis eh.
I'm still waiting for that moment to ask who his idol is. Maybe at halftime. Because I want to hear like Patrick Beverly. Or how about in the Philippines? Sinong okay na idol niya, Coach Mike? Yung masipag dumipensa. But now, Zamboanga has 3 on the shot clock. JC Marcelino misses. Rebound, Lester Reyes.
We got to run it now.
I'll let you think about that comparison for Joey
Kanina pa ako
Barcuma.
nag-iisip.
I'll give you 2 hours. May next game pa tayo. Jordan Rios. To the left. Paul Desiderio. Short. That's an air ball from 3. Now Barcuma is on the floor. Just all over.
No, but I think in terms of speed, could be either closest I could think of is Robbie Darang or Mark Nonoy. Just those 2.
Okay, speed. But the way he plays defense is different.
Yeah. That's the difficult one.
Foul on number 45, Jordan Rios.
There's a foul on Jordan Rios. Penalty na. Ang Mindoro as now Tate Teodoro returns. So Barcuma will proceed to the stripe, but before he does so, he just got a lot of instructions from his veterans. Here is the before mentioned headache of Coach Louis Gonzalez in their college league. Hirap eh, kasi pest. At yung mga ganyan, correct me if I'm wrong, pero yung mga ganyan, minsan nakakalusot sa mga sundot, mga tapik. Compared to the big ones.
Kitang-kita kasi.
Oo.
Kitang-kita.
Barcuma able to convert. 2 points now in this game for him.
And it's interesting, he's covering Jordan Rios. No? Body strength siguro almost the same.
Baigan, 3-pointer. Too strong. Rebound, Adi Santos. And here's Joey Barcuma. Look at him go. Barcuma Nice
wow.
feed to Adi Santos. Oh, we did see a collision.
Couple of players, stop Barkuma and
Rios.
Jordan Rios colliding there.
Barkuma was holding on to his head, but Rios is holding on to his knee. That could be a lot scarier for Mindoro. Now we got to see the replay.
Yeah.
But good sportsmanship here by Joey Barkuma. That was a nice pass. He did react to it as well.
That move, he was so low on that move. We'll see that again.
There's the feet. And then the collision. Head to knee.
Head
There
to
you
knee.
go.
Inadvertent throw.
He did apologize, obviously. Not a malpractice by Joey Barkuma, but let's hope that Jordan Rios will be okay. He was just subbed out. A minute and 19 before halftime. Good pressure defense once more.
Look at that.
Still at it, Caspe in trouble. Now Barkuma, as he went flying, was called for a foul.
And you see Coach Dewey immediately talking to him, telling him, you don't have to steal. You're already in front of him,
Yeah.
and making it difficult. You know, it just made him turn.
Who would have imagined that the Marcelino twins wouldn't be the best of pests that Zamboanga can offer?
Yeah.
At ang laki tignan ni JC Marcelino pag tinabi mo
Oo.
kay Joey.
You have a third one, ano? Grabe. I mean, those twins are fast, but Barkuma's on another level.
Now JC is trying to talk to Joey, probably giving him some advice as Caspe is at the stripe. He finally converted on a free throw. 1 out of 3 so far is he. Overall, Mindoro is now at 75%, 12 out of 16 from the stripe.
Tsaka si Barkuma parang hindi nalolobat, eh, no?
Hindi.
Parang yung full charge. Oh.
Tosi Tancinco. Signature three-pointer. Forward pass. Almost a counter steal. Good effort by Adi Santos.
Yeah, there's just no rest on the defensive coverages for Coach Louis Alas. I mean, 94 feet of the way, you have to be able to defend. You have to defend by length. You have to defend by depth.
Baseline inbound. Teodoro. Back to Vigan. 50 seconds. 15 on the shot clock. Nice defense by Tancinco. To the corner. Almost a travel. It's a steal. One guy ahead. JC and Joey will get an easy layup. Good way to reward Mr. Barkuma.
Just no comfort space given any Mindoro player right now on the defense. Look at that.
43-28. Caspe having a hard time, and there's a steal. Barkuma feed to Joseph Cabaini. The center is running, and he scores. 8 points for Joseph. And now the lead is 17. Just like that, as Cabaini is called for a foul. And Coach Ronje Enrile will have a word with Joseph Cabaini.
And Coach Louis immediately turning over. So you see this beautiful tip from behind and a fast break play between the big man and Barkuma. Oh, that finish, extra step too.
Andrea, can you hear me? I have a favor to ask. If you can have a word with one of the coaching staff of Zamboanga, please ask them how many suicides, how many walls they run during the training sessions, because you have to be in good condition to play like this.
Right.
So just ask them about the running. They're running in their practice sessions. Thank you for that. And we'll wait for her report in the second half. 45-29. Caspe at the stripe. He converts. A lot of time here for Zamboanga. They're up by 15. Barkuma. Double team. Pass to the left. 3 on the game clock. Nice feed inside. Ati Santos is blocked. And that will do it for our first half. It was tight. Back and forth in the first quarter, but in the second frame, the press just continued for Zamboanga. Coach Mike, how are they able to create the separation?
Well, it's really just a lot of defense and immediately running the other way of the floor. They take the opportunity once they get that rock, they push the other way, and offensively, even in a half-court set, they were very efficient into those movements on their offense.
Now, this halftime score is brought to you by GameX 45-30. And now we present to you our Buenas Player of the Week, who might just be the best player in the history of the MPBL. Marquis.
If we're talking about resurrection, di ba? If this guy resurrects in the MPBL, imagine.
Oh, Marquis! No resurrection needed. He has been consistent for years already. Marquis is actually going to be a huge topic for us in this whole night.
Yes, Mix, kasama ko nga ang pinakabagong Paranaque Patriot, walang iba kung hindi si Marquis. Mark, historically, lahat ng team na naging part ka ay nakapasok ng playoffs. Ito ba yung challenge mo ngayon sa sarili mo?
Hindi naman, talagang ano lang, ginagawa lang akong instrumento ni Daddy God na kung saan team makapunta, lagi lang siyang, dinadala lang talaga siya lagi kasi siya yung, kumbaga siya yung lakas namin at saka wala talaga imposible sa kanya kahit hindi ganun. Wala naniniwala sa amin pero andyan si Daddy God, magtulong-tulong kami lahat, wala imposible sa kanya.
Still gunning for the playoffs, which might be a bonus to the mind of Marquis, but he will play very hard day in and day out with his leadership to lead Escandor, who now goes backdoor. Good defense by Paranaque. Marquis, again, a testament of his leadership and hard work, fighting for that ball on the ground. Just saw a fiery start for this team, this new squad of Marquis. Speaking of double-double machines, Marquis now has 11 points and 6 rebounds. He started off very well in this game. There you see him. His leadership, his way of playing is what you've been seeing that is lacking on the side of Paranaque.
Oo, yung sino yung magiging go-to nila and who will talk to them.
10 on the shot clock. Marquis. Ayan na. There you go. He apologized for not shooting it in their previous possession. Now he gets some retribution.
Again, the patience running that offense.
As a three-pointer to Marquis, who continues to be perfect from the field. Three-pointer, no good for Francis. Tempra, he hit Marquis.
Inaayos na ni Marquis yung hit niya doon sa mukha. Natapik pa rin yung bola.
Nakadepensa pa rin siya. It's the right arm. Marquis only needed one game to prove his worth once more. And his statement, Coach Louis, that's what you said, liga niya pa rin to.
Liga niya pa rin to.
And at center, number 83, Mark Yee.
Shot clock winding down. Manalang out to Marquis. One on the shot clock. Marquis, second three-point shot of the game. Pocket pass to Mark. Intercepted by Wilson. He has Cruz ahead of the back. Chased down by Marquis. But contact downstairs. Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
It's crazy how he's still able to make these kinds of plays on the run, chasing down an even faster player in Mark Cruz. Marquis sets the screen. Zello sets up Mark. He gets it to go. Double-double already para kay Marquis Sorella with Sarao in front of him. Parito wants it against Marquis.
Man.
That's just experience for you.
Oh, wow. Did you see that defense by Marquis? Gave that enough separation, allowing Parito to spin and eventually tipping that ball away from him.
But what was more impressive to me, Coach, was the timing on how he pulled it share.
That's right.
Sa tulong ng Panginoon, wala talagang imposible para makuha ang panalo na to. And then lahat po ng mga fans ng Paranaque na sumusuporta sa amin, kahit hindi naniniwala yung iba, pero wala talaga imposible sa Panginoon. Maraming salamat po.
Congratulations, Mark. I'll let you celebrate with your family. Our best player of the game, Marquis of the Paranaque Patriots. He had 13 points, pero yung impact mo was more than those 13 points.
And it will all be worth it as you get some victories like this. Marquis would have been the other guy to have gotten that Best Player of the Game award. 18 points, 18 rebounds. Boy, is this his league or what? He's very excellent for who might just be the greatest of all time so far in the history of the
saya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
It is 45 to 30 at halftime in favor of Zamboanga versus Mindoro. And now we present to you the stats chosen by Coach Mike Perez.
Well, look at the field goals. More importantly, it's 44 versus 25 field goal attempts, all in favor of Zamboanga. And you look at the rebounds, 30 and 18. I want to focus on just 2 offensive rebounds for Mindoro versus 11 that of Zamboanga. To me, ang offensive rebound is just like defense. You're not allowing them to get that rebound and run the other way. And so that's a huge part of why they're leading right now. Blocks, testament to defense, 3 versus 1. And they make you pay with those turnovers. Zamboanga actually got 17 points of turnovers versus that only 6 para dito sa Mindoro.
So field goals obviously going Zamboanga's way. Mindoro is able to offset that with their free throws.
Yep.
They've made 14 out of 18. So almost half of their points have come from the stripe.
That's right.
Jordan Rios, by the way, got hit on his knee by the head of Joey Barcuma. So let's see if he can return. Nestor Reyes has 8 points for them. Desiderio has 2 threes. And John Caspe has 4 on his tally. On the other end, for Zamboanga, I have a guess as to who their leading scorer is. He's still there, but Joseph Gabaini top scores with 8. JC Marcelino has 6. Di Santos and Ratan 5 combined for 10. As now we are about to begin the second half inside the Cuneta Astrodome. This mixed call is at your service alongside Coach Mike Perez and Andrea Endicio. Renzo Subido is back after getting 2 early fouls in this game.
But of all the stats, I guess if you're Coach Louis, one thing you're happy is bench points. No, they're leading 14 to 7 at that department, which they normally would give up in their previous games. Right now, the bench has really been actively contributing to the match.
So this is looking quite similar to their numbers in Season 4 of the Mpbl.
Right.
But then again, in Season 4, the Marcelino twins would come off the bench for Zamboanga. 9 on the shot clock. Ralph Olivares, height advantage, and that is foul number 3 for Renzo Subido.
And that I guess is expected because of how tightly they guard you. I mean, they barely give you enough space to create separation for you to make any attempts or make decisions to pass. So, kaya sinabi mo nga kanina, 14 of 18 on the free throws. A lot of their points really coming from the fouls committed by Zamboanga.
Here's Olivares, defended by JV. Pass inside, it's a walk.
Actually, even cutters, they don't sag off the cutters. You know? They stay attached to you. Off ball or on ball, still the same.
Subido. Kick out onto Terzo, who drives and kicks. Here's JV Marcelino. Nice feed to Adi Santos. No foul, but there's a conversion.
Well, Adi Santos really just stayed on that dunker spot, waited for that secondary defender to help out on the driving Marcelino.
47 to 30 now. Estrella goes to Ariar, defended by Adi Santos. Shot clock at 11. Desiderio, Reyes, back to Paul. 6 seconds. They swing it over. Ariar, does he know about it? 2 seconds remaining. There's the shot and the miss. Omega tried to run, but realized that he needed a guard. There are the guards, and it's a missed pass by Renzo Subido. Desiderio against his longtime foe in Subido, a 3 and a conversion.
And I guess that struggle from 3 is coming into 4 para dito kay Paul Desiderio. He's got 3 already in this game.
And he's at 50% shooting above the 45 quota of Coach Mike Perez.
Previously, he was what, 2 out of 12?
3 out of 15 in terms of overall shooting
right.
in the previous game. We'll check the 3-point shooting for Paul. As now, it's a turnover. 2 out of 10 was Paul Desiderio versus Sarangani.
Yeah.
That's from downtown. Ariar will bring down the ball. Mindoro is down by 14 after it was a back and forth in the first frame. They were outscored by 9 in the second quarter. Desiderio, another 3-pointer. That's good.
Well, Desiderio right now feeling it from 3.
Alley-oop on the other end. Zamboanga got caught up there. Now Referee says there was a touch by Mindoro. They can challenge this.
Yeah. They can choose to challenge it if they want.
JR Kawaling, what's he doing? Looks like hindi na kailangan ng challenge. The referee will reverse his decision. JR was actually approaching our scorer's table already, ready to challenge. 47-36.
Well, it sure seems like Paul Desiderio has gotten used to the chase defense on a two-man game. Able to sink that three a while ago.
Let's see if he will keep on going. Nice seal inside.
Corner exit here.
Not much space there. Desiderio, 7 on the shot clock. Paul, step back, three-pointer, short. That could have been big. And there's a foul on the loose ball. A hold by Lester will make that Mark Omega.
But that was exactly the same defense that Renzo Bido gave him earlier. A little chase on top of that two-man, that screen action. But this time around, he just fell short on that attempt.
Baseline inbound. Olivares against Terzo. Ralph spins. Nice speed. Reyes could not convert. Battle inside. Omega recovers. Now it's Renzo Subido. They have numbers. Omega. One more pass. JV. And what's the call? It's a foul on the floor.
I think that's going to be on Paul.
Yep. Marcelino tried to spin, but he ended up on Paul Desiderio as the Lucky Fan of the Game is brought to you by Buenas. So you see our lovely fans. Sila pa rin ba yan? Sila pa rin yun.
Grand Slam winner na yun.
Kailangan alamin na natin yung pangalan nila. Pare-pareho yung reaction nila eh. Mula first game. 11-point advantage. Terzo. Pull up. Miss. How about the effort by Mark Omega?
Again, that's an offensive rebound. You're not allowing your opponents to set up anything offensively. Good roll.
And Omega still couldn't score. Still no points for him, but he has 7 boards. Desiderio against Subido. Size advantage, turnaround, no basket. Rebound number 8 for Mark Omega. Here's Joseph Terzo. Looking for somebody, there's the screen. Terzo still at it, he decides to fire. A miss, rebound number 9. Omega, still no basket, but he will get a chance to score from the stripe.
And Terzo a little bit frustrated in that last set. He was already on the wing, was waiting for that screen, didn't come. And before that, shot by Omega.
All right, do we have the answer already from Andrea Indicio? Go ahead, Andrea.
During halftime, I had the chance to talk to the strength and conditioning coach of Zamboanga, Coach Francis Punla, at sabi niya maaga daw talagang nasimulan ang pagpapakondisyon ng mga players, which started in January. Through the players' movement patterns, they were able to come up with individual assessments on each player to give them their own individual programs. Kumbaga dito sa Zamboanga, hindi uso ang one size fits all. Isa pa raw na pinapagawa ni Coach Louie Alas sa kanila, for straight 2 hours, they do a heavy, all-moving practice. Ito daw yung tinatawag nilang short but sweet trainings. From this, nabago daw ang habits ng mga players. Being in great shape in a running game like this is no alien to them, but it became their norm. Back to you guys.
Okay, so I can only imagine that in those 2 hours, takbuhan talaga ang Zamboanga. And then, actually what she mentioned about those individual programs for the players, that's a testament to Zamboanga's management, to Zamboanga's coaching, and that makes them a championship caliber team.
That's right. And you know, yung amount of preparation, not just how early it is, kundi yung quality ng preparation. You know, you individualize the preparation. Very important.
Some breakdancing moves there by J.D. Marcelino. Oh, he was good in recovering. Fast at it, but it's a violation on him.
Pero ito, tinan mo, look at their formation. Everyone's just attached, except for that inbounder. Everyone's attached to every white shirt there is.
Here's Publico attaching himself to Ariar. Double team. Estrella found an opening. Nice pass. Reyes will finish.
That time around, a little bit outnumbered offensively. Kaya nagkaroon ng pagkakataon umiscore dun sa Leicester.
48-38, Joseph Terzo, another shot. Finally, he converts.
Very dangerous set right there. Side ball screen with the corner guy lifting for a potential three, and that happens to be Marcelino.
Mindoro really is challenging Terzo to shoot the ball. But Joseph has 6 points already.
It almost looks like yung depensa ng Zamboanga is they're turning their guys in what's called midnight, 12 o'clock, facing the other way instead of first facing your own court.
Okay. Sabi ko, anong komplikadong term yun? Midnight.
Some of the coaches call that 12 o'clock. Face the other way.
Okay. That's a good way to put it. As Subido continues to be challenged in this game, that's a turnover. Those fouls really took him out of his rhythm so far. But you can still see him play good defense. Estrella step back, dancing with it, no good. Reyes with the board and he's fouled. How about the effort as well by Lester Reyes, who now has 10 points and 6 rebounds in this game.
Number 16, Andy Santos. That's his first 13 foul. 14 to shoot.
Here's Andoy Estrella backing down, kick out. Chodoro for 3. Straight away, that looked good.
And they're gonna need more of that from Taytay. But right now, they're getting outscored in the paint. 30 versus 12.
Advantage, Zamboanga. JC drives. JC, talk about points in the paint.
Talaga. There's not much you can do with that much space. And the aggressiveness to do it.
Oh, nice defense. Almost a steal. Reyes all alone. And it's a foul by JC at the last second.
Just sa defense ng Zamboanga, there's no such thing as small on small, big on big. It doesn't matter. You cover anyone that's in front of you and you have to be able to compete against that. Kaya kanina nakita mo si Barcuma mabantay kay Jordan Rios. No? Even Gabayan is locating guards earlier.
And would you say that JC Marcelino is the best leader to have that type of mentality? JC never backs down.
Yes. And I say any leader for that matter that leads by example is exactly a good one to follow, to model, because he's actually doing it instead of just telling you.
I would actually imagine that if you're a Zamboanga player, mahihiya ka na lang sa star player mo.
Correct.
Number 11, JC Marcelino is 7.
It's the second foul of JC as now J-Boy Solis checks in for the first time and John Mahari returns. Santos and Subido now rest. On the other end, we're going to see a different Kobe Bryant. But that's in a few moments as this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Lester Reyes converts. He will be subbed out by Kobe Bryant Pableo if he converts on this next one. There you go. Take a well-deserved breather, Mr. Reyes. There's Kobe. It's been a while. He last played for Makati. Press break, easily executed. Marcelino attacks, no good. Rebound, love that battle. Possession here for Mindoro. And now, we have our favorite player. Joey Barcuma returns for JV Marcelino.
Pero doon makikita makes yung difference ng press ng ng Mindoro versus that of Zamboanga. Zamboanga is really on the grill. Kanina napakadaling to get past the first line of defenses. See right here.
Right on cue, Barcuma stops and misses. Almost got his own board. And here's the counter run. Jordan Reyes, good to see him okay. Nice pass. Kobe misses. That's quite unfortunate. Out of bounds in favor of the green shirts.
That was clearly rushing it on that finish by Kobe. I mean, he wanted to get to that jump stop, pero at the same time, nagmamadali rin siya, and tendency is you lose control.
So we're back with Joey Barcuma. Two-man game up top. Solis fakes. Turns around. Back to Joey. Hand off to JC. 9 on the shot clock. Two-man game once more. Marcelino. Will he go left? There you go. Ooh, foul by Jordan Rios.
And you could immediately see Mahari trying to circle under soon as that drive in the middle by Marcelino.
In order to get himself free.
Free underneath.
For an easy 2.
Yeah.
Decoy Lopez returns.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
John Mahari, baseline inbound. 14 on the shot clock. Time restored off of that foul. 2-man game up top. JC Marcelino. Dancing against his former teammate. Tough pass. Publico leans in. No basket. Offensive rebound. Still no good for Zamboanga. The ball went out of bounds. Still in favor of the green shirts.
Well, for the most part, they really are letting JC operate on that left side of the floor. So every time he goes that way, that corner guy would always clear out. Para makapag diskarte si JC doon.
As much as we've been saying that he's going left, kahit alam mo pupunta siya kaliwa, ang hirap niyang pigilan.
Kasi pwedeng biglang he puts on the brakes and he takes a shot over you there.
Right.
Or, switches hands, changes direction. He's just too crafty.
He's athletic, he's crafty, he can be physical, he's everything.
Let's face it, napakahirap bantayan ng kaliwete sa totoo lang.
Here we go, 3-pointer now. JC for 3. Napakahirap bantayan ng isang kaliwete.
Yeah, and just right there, straight on 3 from top.
11 points now for JC Marcelino in this game to go alongside his 2 boards and 3 times.
Look at that. That defense was sagging by Jordan Rios. Little screen provided, but he didn't need to use that screen and just went and rose for that shot.
We have a break, 55-43. Zone Visayas, Mindanao. Basketball na muna tayo sa ating pagpapatuloy ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. This is Mix Gomez alongside Coach Mike Perez and Andrea Endicio. That was not Andrea. Those were 2 casual girls, random girls at the sideline. There's a tech.
Number 30 will be Mpbl for violating the uniform protocol.
Uniform protocol. Something's wrong with Kobe.
On the scenario for Angola
He just got subbed out. It might be his undershirt.
Could be.
Yeah, he's wearing black, but their jersey is white. But we're looking from afar, so it might be something else. How about this? JC Marcelino shooting the technical free throw. Might I say, I'm happy for him because 2 years ago, his free throw shooting was down at like 50%.
He might be working on it now.
Yeah, he has certainly come a long way. Last season, it's up to 70%. Mataas na yun.
And he has to have that because, dribble penetrations and rack attacks, madalas napapaul siya.
How about you? What's your own standard? What's your quota for free throws?
For free throws? Always 100%.
100 na. Taas naman.
Kasi
perfection.
Free yun eh. Free.
Oh, that's perfection for Mpbl, his second 3-pointer in this game. 56-46. Mindoro just hanging tight. There's a foul, a hold by Jordan Rios.
Number 45, Jordan Rios.
Let's see the replay. Rios, one more pass, it's Teodoro. So it's the same angle.
Yep, same angle. So 2 already from that area from Tay.
Good recognition as well by Kent Ariar to locate his teammate. Now, Publico is at the stripe. First one is no good for Ray. He has 2 points and 5 boards so far in this game. Another returning player. Last time we saw him, he was suited up for Iloilo. Tagal-tagal na rin yun. He was back in season 3.
Pero yung lineup ng Zamboanga, mabigat din dati. You have Irvin Palencia, tama ba ako? Irvin
Yes.
Palencia, Chino Mosqueda.
Season
and that
4.
players, right.
That was the final team of Zamboanga.
Yeah.
Before Mosqueda proceeded to play for Muntinlupa and Palencia for Caloocan. Desiderio, handoff to Tate. 8 on the shot clock. They pass to the left, Kit Ariar. Bothered by Solis. Ariar, 2 seconds, turnaround, shot is good.
Yeah, you gotta give credit to Kit Ariar right there. I mean, defense was all over.
And Jordan Rios just bumped into a defender. That's Publico. He recovers and scores. Napaganda pa. 2+1.
Yan ang volume binibigay sa'yo ng Jordan Rios. I mean, that was just a baseline out of bounds of a made attempt. And Jordan really just went in there, snuck in, got that shot, got that rebound, put it back in for an and one.
Dati, basurero ang tawag niya sa sarili niya. At some point, it transitioned into scavenger. That became his nickname. It still was kind of negative in a way. So, I don't know how you would want to call him, Coach Mike. If you want to give him a new nickname, I'm open for suggestions. As JC attacks, JC hangs, and JC scores.
Kaya nga din, yung sinasabi mo, alam mo pupunta ng kaliwa, pero ang lakas ng katawan, taas lumundag. How do you finish that?
And a steal, Joey Barcuma with the escape. Mindoro has to take good care of the ball.
Yeah.
Solis trying to put on the pressure, and now, with the help, they force the turnover.
Ganda ng defensive rotation talaga ng Zamboanga.
That's turnover number 17 already for Mindoro. This play of the game is brought to you by Buenas. Former MVP himself, JC Marcelino, converting to 2 points once more.
And Paul's gotta get going again. There's a mga 3-point shots niya kanina na he made.
Pass inside, that's off of Publico. But you were talking about Paul Desiderio?
Yeah, he's made threes earlier. He's gotta come back if they wanna, you know, try and bridge this gap a little closer. They're down 11 right now.
You see the guy guarding him, John Mahari, probably the toughest guy to overcome in terms of his defense for Zamboanga. Under a minute remaining in the third. Rios, handoff, Tate will fire. Too strong, out of bounds.
Talagang sobrang dikit ng depensa. It's not making it easy for them to make any attempts. That time around, could have had enough space for an attempt, but defense really just pesky for Zamboanga.
Back with the master Sardines. Pass inside. Good intention by Solis. Kick out. Barcuma to Mahari. John drives. John could not convert. Good effort inside. Ball tapped away in favor of Zamboanga.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
12-second differential. Here's Joey Barcuma on to JC Marcelino. A lot of time here. Barcuma will attack. One-hander.
Oh, wow.
He converts. What a game so far for Joey Barcuma. He has 8 points. 10 seconds remain in the third. Watch out. For Jordan Rios, you wouldn't want to give that ball up. 3 seconds. Paul Desiderio, does he know about it? 1 second, and a foul fished by Paul. Mahari walking it off. So unhappy about it. Well, you gotta feel for him, Coach.
Yeah. Tried to play defense straight up all the way and got called last opportunity.
Here we see our referees. All right, this is the replay. Desiderio losing time. Yep, that would definitely
That's a
count.
foul.
It was less than 1 second. I wonder though if we will still play on after these free throws, or will we let it go? Just let Paul shoot 2.
Paul's got 12 right now in the game.
All off of 3s, right?
Yeah.
First free throw is no good. Let me check his numbers. Desiderio is 4 out of 8 from downtown. That was his first gimme. You see his left knee also wrapped up. He also had to recover from an ACL injury a couple of years back. So ang hirap dahil yung transition niya hindi lang pabalik sa 5-on-5. but also playing off of that ACL
Of that
injury.
ACL, right. And this game has become so fast-paced and very defensive-oriented. We didn't see Ken Bono anymore.
Right, that's right. 0.6, JC, that will count. Oh, it almost did. And so that will do it for our third frame. The score is 63 to 51. Zamboanga holding on to their advantage, but Mindoro did win quarter number 3. JC Marcelino's numbers.
Yeah, and really right there. 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Doing it everything right now. And the thing is, if you're the defense, a little bit confused kung ano gagawin niya. How does he contribute? And defensively, he's been a thorn too.
And again, he's not the peskiest guy anymore for Zamboanga. So for him to be the second peskiest, then it's trouble for you.
Right.
This end of the third quarter score is brought to you by GameX, 63-51. Back for Zamboanga versus Mindoro. This is Nix Gomez alongside Coach Mike Perez and Andrea Endicio. This is Paul Desiderio against John Mahari. Now Tete has the ball. Ariar catching it. He fakes. 10 on the shot clock. Rios pounded by Barcuma. Tough shot. Short. Nice rebound by Teodoro. Battle. And now here's Joey. Barcuma 4-on-2. Barcuma attacks.
Oh,
Basket and one.
Look at that.
And you have to love the celebration as much as we love the finish.
A burst of speed against a bigger guy. Going glass. Off-leg finish too. Look at that. Barcuma driving. Woo. Not an easy shot at all.
This might be one of the games wherein as you get to see that celebration by Joey Barcuma, this might be one of the games wherein I may be pleading a case for best player. But I'm gonna have to only present that to Coach Mike Perez. Bahala ka na, Coach Mike, kung sinong pipiliin mo. Free throw converted by Joey Barcuma as now Ken Bono returns. This is his first appearance in the second half.
He's been out of it for the most part in the third quarter. I guess early in the third, lumabas din kaagad eh, no? Yeah.
There's the full court press. Look at how low Barcuma is.
Yeah.
Rios transfer past him. And here's Lester Reyes. Pass to the right. Tete, nice fake. Step back. You know he's going to shoot it.
Yeah.
And he's going to make it.
And that's really the best way to counter that defense. You have to do a fake and allow that defense to fly by. And for the most part, very rare do we see fakes, either jabs or up shot fakes.
That's 9 points now for Tete Teodoro off of 3 threes. They have 7 in total. 4 coming from Paul Desiderio. Rios. Pass up onto Paul Desiderio. Back to Jordan. They don't actually have a natural point guard on the floor. Talking about Mindoro.
Yeah.
Lester Reyes. Tete again with the fake. Couple of dribbles. A miss. Rebound Solis. And here's JC. He's gonna go left. And he will finish.
This is an all-ex-PBA, right? 5 for Mindoro. Am I correct?
Let me check. Is Lester Reyes a former PBA player?
No.
So siya lang ang hindi.
Siya lang hindi, right?
Nice defense by Zamboanga. JC gets the steal. And there's the feed. Solis, good cut. That's just unfortunate defense for Mindoro. They were unhappy with a no call. But because of that, the lead is now 16.
Yeah, and it's one thing to turn over the ball, but it's a different thing to be defending after you turn over that ball. You just allow that pass inside to J-Boy Solis freely, almost no resistance at all.
You have a timeout. It's a 16-point advantage. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fans at the game, just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with the muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor. We did see our social media guy in Raymond Hamora with his two friends. I assume those are his friends at the sideline. As now, it seems like there was another technical foul called on Mindoro. One of their coaches entered the court. So are we going to see another technical free throw from JC Marcelino? Or was it just a warning?
JD Marcelino replaces J-Boy Solis.
Still trying to find out what's going to happen here. And yes, it is a technical foul. Another bonus for JC Marcelino. 2 out of 2 from the line in terms of these technical free throws. How about his overall free throw shooting? Yes, that's it for him.
Yeah.
So he's currently at 100%. Andoy Estrella.
And really, as Zamboanga staring, Mindoro rather, staring at this deficit, a lot of it really has to do with the defense making it very uncomfortable for them to execute anything offensively.
This is the biggest lead already for Zamboanga in this game. There's a foul call. It's Jason Apolonio.
And kahit na sinabi natin na ang sentro ang key piece pagdating sa triangle offense, especially if you have a Ken Bono, even as he was inside, hirap pa rin mag-execute. It's a good thing that Andoy Estrella got fouled.
Conversion for Andoy. Second one is good. (71-56). Here's JV up top. Oh, that was an absolute opening for JV Marcelino.
I mean, no drop coverage, got that defense chasing, no help at all. But you understand he's the most dangerous guy on the floor with the ball.
Right. Or maybe second to JC.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's another foul for Renzo Subido. That's number 4.
He could only laugh it off. But siguro matutuwa naman siya dahil dumipensa siya. Makikita ni Coach Louis. Foul coach pero dumidepensa ako. Hindi ako nakatayo.
You know, I can't help but wonder if that's one of the things that he has to transition to. Dahil nga kailangan niya mas dumipensa na this season. The fouling could be a concern for him in the long run.
That's right. But if that's something, that he gets to develop, and he gets those steals, open floor, he can score on himself.
That's right. Speaking of the open floor, the Marcelino twins were pretty quick once again. Nice connection. JC just gave that ball up to JV as Estrella was hit. And he will have to be subbed out. It seems like he's bleeding a bit. That's the normal indication for a mandatory sub. Rios will return alongside Ariar.
Yeah, it's really been a tough night for Mindoro. Imagine you're getting what, 21 lesser attempts than your opponent.
Well, you did attribute the offensive rebounding and the turnovers in order to spell the difference in those shots. Nice steal. Jason Apolonio for 2.
And just like that, just evidence with the type of defense, no matter where on the floor.
So moving forward, if you have Zamboanga as your next game, and Coach Mike, I'm pretty sure you'll have to work on your press break a lot. Para kang nag-back to high school.
Correct.
Or back to college.
Correct.
As Ken Bono misfires. Nice rebound. And Jordan Rios will proceed to the line.
Once again, it's Jordan Rios. He continues to be consistent on that department of offensive rebounding. Remember, I told you when they won against Bicol, that was really a key part of the game of Jordan Rios.
Now let's go back to Andrea Endicio.
A flat start signifies bad omen. Yan ang sabi ni Coach J.R. Kawaling of the Mindoro Tams. Yan ang paniniwala niya ever since daw nung player pa siya. Wag na daw sanang intayin yung kailangan mo pang bumawi, but instead try to get the boost simula pa lang. But with the kind of start that they had in this game, of course, Coach J.R. had a lot to say inside the dugout. Kaya naman he demanded for a restart within his team. At tama ka nga, no, Migs, isa sa mga problema nila is the fact that they weren't taking care of the ball, leading to turnovers and easy baskets for Zamboanga. The lack of grit has been their downfall so far. Sabi nga ni Coach JR, this one is on us. Back to you guys.
Well, you see that they're down by 20 at this point. Obviously not a position that Mindoro would want to be in. This would be a learning game for them.
Yeah, and they're down 20 and 10 of that coming from points of turnover. Zamboanga is a +10 versus that of Mindoro.
Here's JV Marcelino. Leaner. No good. Rebound Gabaini. Not a contact there, but just good defense by Ken Bono. Here's Desiderio. Jordan Rios. Nice pass back onto Paul who converts. But you can see that he's bothered by that left knee.
Right, that left knee. And that report by Andrea talking about slow start, it's not like they really started slow. That slowness was imposed on them by the defense of Zamboanga. Couldn't just get anything going, couldn't catch a rhythm.
Subido, yes, I'm sure he wanted that one.
Yeah, and he needed that. See that ball through the net, and imagine nga kung makakadepensa siya na maayos, yung magiging specialty niya. Every time there's a steal, count it for 2 points kaagad yun for on open floor. He's a good scorer, good decision maker too.
We've said it time and time again that his conditioning is back to his college conditioning. It's Rendo Subido. What about his shooting prowess? The way he moves without the ball, the way he can catch and shoot, and just be a threat offensively. If he can get back to that UST form, then the Marcelino twins will have a splendid time on the ground.
Oh yeah, and huwag mo kalimutan si Barcuma.
Coming off the bench, may spark plug ka.
Right. And you still have Terzo. I mean, that bench rotation is really gonna be deep.
I remember the first game, Joseph Terzo was a part of the crunch time lineup for Zamboanga because of how stable he is. Obviously, that championship experience that he brings would be crucial for Master Sardines. Desiderio escapes. There's a foul on the ground.
Having someone else do the ball distribution and bringing the ball up court would allow the Twins to at least be freely moving on the wings off ball and gives them a lot of creativity to score.
Much like what you described in the first half, JC at the left, JV at the right, pili ka na lang ng side mo if you're Zamboanga. Desiderio converts from the stripe. He now has 16 in this game.
At saka kung ikaw yung kalaban, you're defending, I mean, all those guards that we mentioned, each one has their own personality that you have to defend against and play against. And so that even makes it all the more difficult to go up against Zamboanga, let alone the defense.
Yes. I'm actually curious as to how this press will hold up against the contenders that we have.
Yeah. Well, in the same way that Mindoro is learning a lot from this game, I'm sure when they go up against the other top teams, it will be a lot of learnings as well for Coach Du and the Zamboanga team.
Offensive rebound. Nice pass to the left. Oh, it's a miss for JV. Uncharacteristic at it. Aquino on the run. There's the trailer. But still, the Twins able to bother the layup. Wow, just leading by example.
Yeah, and you're up 19. That's a free layup. Two green shirts go up and try to prevent that easy basket. That just, tall order for Coach Louis.
Now we have a timeout. The lead is 19. 4 minutes and 19 remain. George Magsino, Rudy Distrito, Kenneth Durendes, and Joe Ramos, ever so handsome. At the sideline, our MPBL VIPs. Hindi nauubusan ng polo yung mga
Oo nga, napapansin ko ba?
Kailangan 6 na yung polo nila.
I've been here since last year. Wala yata umulit eh.
Exactly. Lalo na ngayon dahil wala na tayong break. Sundays lang ang break natin, which is a good thing for the MPBL. So for those of you who are watching, I hope you can join us each and every day. It's a long season. We have 29 teams, 2 divisions, and a lot of new stars, including Paul Desiderio, who converts from the stripe.
And what makes this season very interesting to and unpredictable is a lot of the player and the coaches' movements, no? Other teams and key pieces at that.
And they will keep on moving up until the middle part of the season. Subido, cross court to JC. Now he went right. No basket. You still see the effort on the glass for Zamboanga. As Aquino drives and spins. Nice escape.
And you love that Joseph Gabani still ended up there trying to contest that layup attempt. And really, bawal talagang hindi dumipes dito sa Zamboanga right now.
For sure. JV Marcelino at the right, 8 on the shot clock. Here's our matchup. Gabani versus Bono. Face up, jumper, miss.
And the thing is, both these guys have actually very good mid-range jumpers.
They do.
Yeah.
Well, Bono can shoot from anywhere.
Right.
An MVP himself in the UAAP. Now working with ball. There you go.
There you go.
Pick and pop. Just couldn't make it. And he hasn't made a basket from outside in this game.
Okay, yung mga bigs dyan who wanna play basketball, it's very important that you're not just a roller in a two-man game. You have to be available on a pick and pop. So either way, you should be able to score, and you have to build that skill set.
Especially with the sports evolution nowadays.
Yeah.
Victor Wembanyama is the perfect example. A 7'4" guy who can play point guard.
Who does sham gods.
Who does sham gods. Who takes step back threes. So, do everything.
Yeah.
But still, Coach Mike, height is might, right?
Oh, yeah. Sabi nga ni one of the coaches, I think, I forgot the name of that coach, basketball is still a 10-feet goal game. I mean,
Right.
Anybody who's got the height always have the advantage.
Lester Reyes, he does have some height. Just converted on his first free throw. Can he make it 2? He hasn't missed from the stripe. And there you go. His first miss. 7 out of 8. So hindi ka nag-react dun
Saan?
Yung jinx.
Yung jinx?
Come on, Coach
I didn't want
Mike.
to. I didn't want to anymore.
Tanggap na natin yun.
Yeah.
Joseph Gabani. Banging. And he could not score. We're back with Mindoro, down by 14. Can they pull off a miracle here? Ken Bono for 3. Still couldn't buy a bucket. Right, that's great effort by Lester Reyes. So it's free throws again.
Yeah, but at least I think Coach J.R. Kawaling understands how much work needs to be done for Team Mindoro. You know, this is just one of the teams probably that's up there that they'll go up against.
Number 6, Lester Reyes.
Oh, the foul was on Lester Reyes. Are they going to change it? The referees have got to clear this up. Okay. 2 minutes and 32 remain. 80-66. We've seen stranger things happen in basketball. So now it's not Reggie Miller who has to be channeled. It's a Tracy McGrady.
Right.
Before actually in the MPBL, it happened with Mike Ionay. I remember that game, San Juan. It happened in Bicol versus Bataan. He had himself a blast in the last 2 minutes, scoring in double figures. To get to see the foul by Lester Reyes, or was it against the Zamboanga player? Now the referees overruled. So it is going to be a foul on Zamboanga.
I think that was called on Tancinco. As he was the one holding on to that left arm of Lester.
Reyes just converted on his first gimme. 14 points for him. 8 out of 9 from the stripe.
If he makes this, this is just a 4-possession game. And so,
4-3.
4-3. Tingnan natin.
Here's Renzo Subido. Still has it. There's the defense in front of him. 16 on the shot clock. A lot of time here. Two-man game up top. Renzo given space. Nice cut. Nice pass. Kick out. 6 seconds. Renzo wide open. Three-pointer short. Rebound Tancinco. There's the effort, and now he will get his chance at the stripe.
See the unselfishness of the entire Zamboanga team. They had an attack right there in the middle, but decided to skip it to the corner.
Tancinco is now at the stripe. First free throw is no good for the known shooter. He has a New Jersey number of 15. I wonder what that's about. 80-68.
Oh,
2 misses.
and leaving that door open for Mindoro here.
Almost a steal. Here's Aquino on the move. There's a foul. These last 2 minutes are brought to you by Game X. So it's free throws already for Art Aquino. The foul was on JV. Let's see Art Aquino's numbers from the stripe. He's 0 out of 0.
But look at the free throw differential right here. 35 attempts for Mindoro, 17 only for Zamboanga, and they got 27 points out of that.
He did mention you do expect a lot of fouls from Zamboanga this season because of just how tight they play defense. There you see the numbers. Nice graphic from our production team. And here's Aquino with the second shot. 1 out of 1 so far. A chance to trim the lead down to 10. Free throw shooting.
28-36.
29 out of 37 now. So now Zamboanga falls for time. They're up by 10. 2 minutes remaining. See the numbers of JC Marcelino, still very impressive. MVP-like, as you should say.
Yeah, and you know, he's just really been all over the place, and it's not like he's commanding the ball. He's just doing it, you know, within the flow of the offense, and he's not just shooting and scoring. He's rebounding, assisting, and even defending, getting those steals.
And if you have watched the MPBL enough, you would already get a clue as to why we're featuring JC Marcelino as soon as now. And that's all that we're going to say. We shall continue. Sideline inbound. JV Marcelino will do the honors. 80-70. Gabaini's trying to seal. Here's JC. Two-man game with Tosi Tancinco. JC drives.
Oh,
JC scores. My oh my.
But Joseph Gabaini give a really good screen there,
yes,
to allow JC to operate and finish with that left-handed layup.
82-70. Can Mindoro respond? They're losing time. Aquino trying to seal. Subido has 4 fouls. Rio, 7 on the shot clock. Desiderio denied. Good defense by Zamboanga. Almost a steal. 1 second. Paul has to fire. That's off to the left. Rebound Gabaini.
Boy, that defense really just making it uncomfortable.
Almost a turnover by JV Marcelino. And here's JC again, going right. Tough pass. He got hit on the head. And still no free throws here. That's only the third team foul of Mindoro.
Tsaka nagpapahirap pag binabantayan mo si JC. May drive and kick eh. You know, he can drive. He you know, gets so much attention on that dribble penetration. He can actually kick it out to very able shooters on the outside. Even Biggs rolling.
And you've been mentioning about the cutting abilities and initiatives of these Zamboanga players, helping him out. As Gabaini scores on the post. And we did see a good celebration from the bench of Zamboanga. Sabi nila, kaina na towards Joseph Gabaini.
And we haven't seen Coach Louis smile at all throughout this
I haven't
game.
even seen him stand in this game.
Well, he stood up once to tell Gabaini, what was that you were doing
Okay.
on the defense? That was it. He
I
was
didn't
always
catch it.
He's always seated.
Mas nakatayo pa nga si Coach Ronji Enrile,
Yeah.
who did spend some time as head coach as well here in the Mpbl before. Now Coach Jer Kawaling calls for time. 60 seconds remain. They're down by 14. Okay. Just to remind everybody, we have one last game for today. The Abra Weavers, undefeated so far in our campaign, will take on the Pasay Voyagers, who, as we know, they transform into a different team when they play inside the Moneta.
Yeah. And one thing about Pasay that I like is the insertion of Patrick Steele. It just, I guess, adds on to the rotation of Florence Victoria and Warren Bonifacio, a third piece.
Bonifacio basically was a necessity for them. They do not have as many big men. With the departures of Marlon Gomez, among others.
Yeah.
Last year, hindi na ganun karami yung big men nila. Nabawasan pa.
Yeah.
There's Lester Reyes.
And unfortunately, in that game against Negros, I think Don Reverente fouled out in that game. And that's one piece less for Coach Marlon and Voyagers.
Reverente had 5 fouls. Yes, you are correct. Sideline for Art Aquino. Going to Jordan Rios, former teammates in San Juan. That's a good play for Paul. Desiderio for 3. It's short. Rebound. Good effort by Mindoro.
Yeah, I love the effort too.
Another chance. There's the feed to the cutting Jordan Rios. The lead is 12. 13 for Jordan.
One of the very few times that they caught the defense late on the rotation. And that's all because you had the backside, the front side of the offense cutting behind the defense.
There's a foul called on Jordan Rios. His 4th in this game as he was trying to play pressure defense against Renzo Subido. Sideline inbound for JV Marcelino. There's Tosi Tancinco. Best friends with the Twins, by the way. Good to have him here in the late game. JC. There's the feed to the rolling Tosi, who scores.
Just rewarded him for that good screen.
So it's not a brotherly connection, it's a best friend connection that time around for Zamboanga. And the steal, how about that? Ooh, now there will be a replay. The Mindoro players reacted violently to the initial call, which is Zamboanga taking possession.
There really is just no let up until that final buzzer comes. You see that?
Yeah, seem to be off JV. When you did talk about them not letting up, the Twins are good models of that as well. Sila yung tipong hindi ka mag-aalala kung pagod na ba sila, o di kaya pipilayan kaya sila. They seem to be really durable. I haven't even seen them injured in their 3 years in the Mpbl. Desiderio losing JV, but he could not convert.
Yeah, kanina there was a report of Andre about how difficult the training and the practice is just, I guess, makes the game a lot easier for Zamboanga.
And it's specific. Their program is specific to each and every player in terms of their conditioning and progress. And there you have it. Coach Louis Alas again prevails. So he stays undefeated with 3 wins so far in the 6th season of the Mpbl. Mindoro goes down with another loss. And now this best player of the game is the reason why we had to feature JC Marcelino a bit earlier. So this is brought to you by Buenas. You saw a basket by JC, but that was because of the defense of this man. Joey Barcuma is our best player.
Yeah, and you know, he's just done quality minutes, very efficient on the field, and all the contributions defensively has really led him to this Best Player of the Game award.
At ilang beses siyang napatukan bago mapunta sa ating courtside reporter. JC Marcelino, we should mention his final numbers: 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists. But now, as we present to you our final score, brought to you by GameX 86-72, this would be his first Best Player honor here in the Mpbl. And Andrea, you have the chance to ask him kung sinong idol niya. Please do.
First of all, congratulations. RJ, fired up ka ngayong gabi. You even exceeded your normal averages. Bakit nga ba ganado ka ngayong gabi? Baka pwede mong i-share sa amin kung bakit.
Yung akin lang naman, una-una, magpasalamat ako kay Lord God na binigay niya sa strength and energy sa akin. Yung ready lang ako kung papasok ako at alam ko yung role ko sa team.
At sa performance and skills na pinakita mo ngayong gabi, alam mo na curious kami, sino nga ba ang basketball idol mo na nag-influence sa mga galaw na pinakita mo ngayong gabi?
Yung idol ko talaga si Westbrook kasi yung energy niya sa court.
Ayun naman pala, meron palang Westbrook ang Zamboanga team. Alright, meron ka bang gustong batiin o pasalamatan?
Una-una, binabati ko yung family ko sa Bukidnon. Yung kapatid ko, yung mama ko, yung daddy ko, yung girlfriend ko, yung mga fans ng mga Zamboanga. Binabati ko din yung Patriot Sportswear, Zamboanga Master Sardines, yung Ife Berano and Bono Berano and sa buong pamilya na nasa Canada, and yung Manila Kingpin. Salamat sa lahat ng mga sumuporta sa Zamboanga.
Thank you so much. Once again, that is RJ Barcuma, our Buenas player of the game. Back to you guys.
So, we had to make RJ Barcuma the best player of the game so we can finally find out who his idol is. And it is definitely fitting, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, mini Russell Westbrook, with the way he plays now, that makes sense. You know, how forceful he is at that size, the way he plays.
Okay, it's Pasay versus Abra coming up next. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations to RJ Barcuma and Zamboanga. For Andrea Endicio and Coach Mike Perez, my name is Mix Gomez. At magbabalik pa po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.